Okay, worksheet number 16. So we're supposed to be figuring out a little bit about the way the calculator does scientific notation. We did a little bit of this in normal CDF. Sometimes it does this weird stuff. But now this is actually just, you really need this for chapter 8 because you have to understand what probability is trying to tell you. Okay, so these first problems, just to familiarize yourself with what the calculator will do. Just 4 divided by 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, enter. And you should get the same result I did because you should be using the same calculator as me. It says 2e, no, yeah, 2e negative 6. Okay, well, it's important that you write down the e negative 6. Okay, it's a decimal. 4 divided by 2 million. Okay, that's not going to be 2 as an answer. It's got to be something way smaller than 2. So that e is really important. 6 divided by 3 billion. I got 2e negative 9. $35 divided by 70 million. I got 5e negative 7. And that's all you were supposed to do on those, is just write down whatever it is your calculator says. Okay, the E is part of scientific notation. And starting in question number 4 here, this is actual scientific notation, the way it's supposed to look. 6 times 10 to the 9th, 12 times 10 to the negative 7. This stuff that your calculator gives you is supposed to be scientific notation as well, but it doesn't give it to you in the usual way. These ones, these first 4, A and B, are how it always looks when they teach you scientific notation. All right, what it means is move the decimal point. Positive numbers means move the decimal point to the right. Okay, so all right. Negative numbers gives you something teeny tiny, and positive numbers should give you something huge. So that's like 6 billion. Okay. Now I'm expecting something really small when I got a negative. So that means move it to the left. So 1. It doesn't say 1.2. That's not really scientific notation. Okay. So if I move it 7, 1, 2, and then another 5. There's the decimal point there. Okay, really scientific notation, I'll always say like 1.2 or something. But in this case, it just says change that number into that. And that's the kind of thing we're going to expect to see in the probabilities. Some of the probabilities are going to be really, really small. No probability is ever going to be 6 billion. They're always going to be little tiny numbers. So you're always going to get E negative something out of your calculator. You're never going to get E positive something. All right, and now this one actually says the same thing, 5 times 10. This is computer programming for to the. You've got a to the button on your calculator. It means exponentiation, but it's the to the button. It's a little hat, and it just means put that up into the exponent. 5 times 10 to the negative 8. Okay, so that means you've got to move the decimal point 8 places. All right, so 1, first one has to go past the 5, and then goes past another 7 things to be right there. $3.4 times 10 to the 7. Okay, but that's a positive number, so that's going to the right. This is positives, they always turn into really big numbers. Okay. That, if I move it there, let's see, start here and move 1 and another 6. I'll have moved it 7. Okay, so it's like 34 million. And then E and F, it's exactly the same problem, except that people are way too lazy to write out times 10 to the, okay, and they just put in this capital E right there. That's the way the calculator does it. Okay, but that's what it means. It means exactly the same stuff that was in the earlier problems. So times 10 to the negative 3. All right, means move it 3 to the left. So, I gotta have a couple of zeros in here. All right, now it went 3. And times 10 to the positive 12 should be a really big number when I get done with it. Okay, so if I move it there, that's moving it 3, and then move it another 9. And then number 5 says go the other way. And really for scientific notation, you're only supposed to manage to get past 1 digit. Okay, so I'm starting with a teeny tiny number. So I need to have some sort of negative in here. And you can use any of the versions of scientific notation if you want. I'm just going to go with the E kind because that's what's in my calculator anyway. Okay, so I've just moved it 5 places. And it's a teeny tiny number. It's going to get a negative. Whereas 1,375,000,000, I know that's going to get a positive. Okay, so if I move the decimal point from here over to here, that would be 9.